Well, hello there, tankers of the Blitz universe. I'm Flossie, and welcome back to the Best of Blitz. This is, of course, a replay series where I go over the top battles that I receive from you, the subscribers of my channel. And today I have two incredible battles, one in the Vickers Light and the other in the WZ-113 GFT. So, if you like this kind of content, then please, by all means, subscribe to the channel and like this video to support my content, like I said, and you can stay up to date when I post videos almost daily. But let's get right on into replay number 1, and I'm going to be going with the Vickers Light replay. And here we are. We're on Lagoon, or our friend Ralph, I'm going to call him Ralph, is on Lagoon, and he's in the Vickers Light, one of those tanks that is completely overlooked at this point in Blitz. It used to be insanely strong. Now it's okay. It's in a decent spot, but because of the nerfs it got in the previous update, a lot of people just don't want to play this thing at all, even though it now has premium Hesh, which makes it very, very strong. So you can see our friend Ralph is going to a very, very good initial spotting bush. A lot of people like to use this bush. There's one on either side of this map, and it's very, very nice to be able to get spots on enemy players who are crossing, because then it gives you an idea of what the enemy team is doing and where they might be going. So you can see here the enemy team is capping C, which means our friend in the Vickers is most likely able to get free reign of A side or counter the tanks at C. He has a couple of different options here, and he seems to be choosing to go more towards C side as of right now. However, he is now changing his mind, and he might start going towards A, which is actually what I would be doing. Personally, for me, as of right now, I'd be flanking to where their TDs are to try to counter those guys first, because they do have a decent amount of deadly TDs like the E4, the Hori, and the Grill. So you can see here, he is now focusing on those TDs, like I said. However, he is now getting YOLO'd by a 62A, and he doesn't have any support from his team, so he's going to have to make a decision very quickly. Does he take the brawl with this 62A, or does he try to leave? Well, he is going to take the brawl with the 62A. This is not the best of players, and he seems to be getting away with it. So you can see here he finally has some sort of team support, but it doesn't really matter. Even if this 263 wasn't here, he would have still been able to mop up that 62A, as he got quite a few juicer shots into him before he was able to get shots back into our Vickers here. So you can see here the E4 is also very, very low. However, 2 tanks are dead on his team as well, so both teams are down 2 tanks, and there is still quite a lot of health left on these enemy players, especially that Grill, the STB who he just shot at, and of course the E4. So he's going to have to be very careful with where he positions his Vickers, because this is a very squishy vehicle after all, and putting yourself in the crossfire of especially tanks like this Caro could be disastrous for him. And you can see here this Grill is actually making a fairly smart play by trying to YOLO him. He does have full HP, so what is there to lose? Clearly not much. This, on the other hand, is a very sus play. YOLOing a Caro that has 4 shells is not the most ideal situation, but he is in fact able to use the Vickers' amazing DPM to get 2 shells out before the Caro is even able to shoot him a second time. And he's able to get around this rock quick enough, so he is now out of the line of sight, and luckily his 183 teammate is now taking both of these enemy players' attention, which is fantastic, and it allows this Vickers player to get around behind the Grill and focus out the Caro. You can see here he is making a very smart decision by focusing out the Caro first and then shooting the Grill second. He gets a super lucky bounce, and you can see here he is in a 1v3. He was in a 1v4-5 situation. Like, this game is absolutely insane, and he should not be winning this on 354 health. He has literally 2 tanks right in front of him. The STB dies because he is using the Grill carcass to then get around the Hori. There's the E4. Both of these tanks can one-shot our Vickers friend here, and what he does here is quite great. He goes around the rock, is able to shoot the Hori in the side, but now he is stuck in between 2 deadly tank destroyers. You can see here the E4 is going to try to push up, what I would do if I was both of these tank destroyers is just push him at the same time. Like, what are you going to lose? However, he does kill the E4, which is fantastic because, of course, his tank is super flexible, and the Hori bricks his shot up and actually dies for it. That is absolutely insane. What a clutch from the Vickers, and he gets a 1v5 situation with 5,000 damage on top of that. Absolutely insane gameplay from this player here, and although the enemy team had 5 people, they obviously weren't good enough to get the win, and he makes a juicy amount of credits, 351,000 with that mastery right there, and he obviously gets a Kolobanov medal because he did win a 1v3 at minimum. And here we are on our second crazy battle of the video. This is in the WZ-113 GFT, a fantastic tank destroyer that honestly, although it got nerfed, it didn't get completely destroyed, and this tank is still super strong in this current meta. The only thing it really lost is reactive armor, lost a bit of traverse speed if I'm not mistaken, and a couple other things that I can't remember. But anyways, our friend here who's in the WZ, we have Aaron in the WZ for this second replay, and he is on Castilla, which is a decent map for the WZ. However, personally for me, I like the other spawn a lot more than this one. You just have a lot better cover and better TD positions available to you. However, Aaron's going to make his way pretty aggressive towards mid here, and he's going to sit behind his Progetto, which is a smart play to make in the WZ. In this tank, you don't exactly have the craziest accuracy in the world, so sitting all the way at the very back of the map is not necessarily the best idea. But also, YOLOing front line in this thing is also going to get you killed. So you kind of have to play midline behind your heavy tanks, which is exactly what he is doing here. I love this TD position on this side of the map. This is probably one of my favorite TD spots, again, on this side of the map. And he is going to use it to absolutely nuke this IS-7 twice in a row. Unfortunately for him, the Progetto on this team just completely got caught out by the rest of their team all camping on heavy side here, and he does in fact die. However, this BZ is completely clueless. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. The WZ's accuracy completely screwed him over out of that shell, and that is going to completely haunt this WZ player, Aaron, here at the end of the battle, as you will see. But for now, you can see here he is able to get out a lot of really good shots, and he has very good cover on his heavy team, like the Mouse and the Kron. He has very good cover on those two players, so he's able to farm out a lot of the players who are now YOLOing them, like this T-30. Their Yag on the enemy team has decided he felt like frontlining now, and he is going to be punished for it. Well, not right now, but eventually. So we have the IS-7 in front of Aaron here, and he gets a lovely 700 roll right into that guy's lower plate there, so at least the accuracy isn't completely screwing him over. As of right now, this game is still pretty slow, and it's in the early stages of the battle, so playing in a more campy position like this is still smart to conserve HP, which, even though you're in a tank destroyer, having as much HP at the end of the battle as possible is going to help you out no matter what tank you are driving. So here you can see the Yag obviously knows where Aaron is, but it doesn't matter. He is unspotted, and he gets a lovely shot into the Yag's lower plate. Unfortunately, low rolling that one, but at least it is a bit of damage regardless, and he's already at 3,700. Make that 4,400. Speaking about damage, so he's doing very well for himself right now, and the enemy team is giving him a perfect farming situation right now. They are basically completely ignoring him and putting their tanks out in the open, which is literally a perfect situation for getting out a ton of damage. Usually in high damage replays, the enemy team can't be all that smart, or you just wouldn't see high damage like this. So again, usually to get a game like this, you have to see a team where the enemies just really don't focus you out and they put themselves in bad spots. However, that was a bit of an unfortunate bounce right there on the IS-7's side. Question mark? I don't really know where that bounced, but oh well. And he does get penned back, but luckily for him, that is the very first shot he has taken all game, and he's at 5,100 damage so far, with still a ton of enemy HP to get through. hits that IS-7 with a nice 726 roll into his corner plate there, which is excellent stuff. And now he's making a very smart play by just getting this IS-7 out of the game. That is exactly what I would be doing in this situation. Making sure that you are at least clearing out the low HP tanks as soon as you can is very important, especially in a very difficult situation like this. You can see Aaron's team only has himself and, well, never mind, only him left against 4 enemy vehicles. So this is going to be a very tricky battle to win, even if a tank like the Grill is a one-shot. Their Yag is now making his way with his speed boost, sorry for my phone, making his way with his speed boost, for all things, towards our WZ here, and that's not going to work out too well for him. Aaron gets a lovely shot into this Yag before he is able to use his gun depression to hit him. However, he is just going to take the shot because he has a lot of HP left, and he's going to clear the Yag out, which is honestly the bonus of having all your HP at the end of the battle. You can take trades like that and get away with it. You can see here, Aaron still has 1,000 HP left, even after getting shot at by the Yag, and he was able to clear a tank for that trade, which in my opinion is a great trade to do. That's something that I also like to do if I have lots of HP at the end of the game. And the K91 is now rushing him. K91 does not seem to be like a very good or aware player. Bro just shot like thin air right there. And he basically gave Aaron a free shot into his side. And now he is going to get himself completely stuck on the edge right here with 40 health left. Personally, for me, I might try and ram the K91, but I guess he dropped down too soon to do so. And now he has a Grill on his rear. Luckily for him, the WZ still has okay traverse speed, so he is able to out-traverse the Grill and get a lucky bounce in return. I'm surprised that Grill didn't actually pen his lower plate, but it is what it is, and he is now at 8,500 damage with 2 enemy tanks left. Now, where is the BZ that he did, in fact, bounce earlier? I'm not sure. All he does know right now is that he needs to clear this K91 ASAP because there's only a minute left on the clock, and you can see here the K91 only has 40 health. So is he going to load HE? He does load HE, and he doesn't even need to aim. He just gets a quick splash shot into the K91, finishing him off. 8,600 damage, but where's the BZ? Where has he been? He has not been spotted since he was on heavy side, and the enemy team does tell him that he is near the mouse, but where is the mouse? What is he talking about? Well, his teammate, the mouse, as you can see here, is over by that rock. Now, I don't think Aaron really realized that. He is currently searching around for where the mouse is. This is when I'd be opening up my little screen here and viewing the enemy players' icons and tags, because I would have gone through the river and gone quicker towards the mouse than Aaron does. He has 13 seconds left on the clock. Is he going to make it towards this BZ, who is currently stuck on a rock because he has this fat skill issue? I don't know. 3 seconds left. There's the BZ. Is he able to hit the shot? And no, he's not able to hit it. Hits the rock. Unfortunately, it came down to the wire, and RNG did not say yes. Very, very, very unfortunate battle. That would have 100% been a win if he had more time, maybe 5 seconds more, and he would have been able to get the win. He still aced the tank with 8,600 damage to his name, and the rest of his team did literally nothing. Fantastic battle nonetheless, regardless of it being a draw. And there you have it. Those are the 2 replays I have chosen for this week's Best of Blitz series. If you want your replay to be featured in this series, join the Discord server and send it in the Best of Blitz channel. That is where I will be reviewing all the replays I get and picking out my favorite ones to feature on the channel. So, with that out of the way, for any of you who have not yet subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend you do so, as it's a fantastic way to support my content and stay up to date when I post videos almost daily. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.